Hey everybody, it's Emily and this is EmiLou.Arts, and I know, blast from the past here, I am here to explain what I am doing for the second half of the year for planning. I love my Hobonichi weeks. Love, love, love it. But as you can see, because I used washi quite a bit, like kits and stuff, it's getting really thick here at the bottom, which is fine. Nothing's coming apart yet. Well, I don't know. It's coming apart right here. So I'm not really sure. I guess I could reinforce that with a piece of tape. I'm not sure if it will hold up. But I'm not ready to give up on it by any means. I have it set up through the first week in September, and I've been using it still like religiously. I love it so much. Like this is our current week. I use a lot of my decorative stickers from Shine Sticker Studio, like my functional ones, and let's see, this was a kit, well, some kit pieces from, whatchamacallits, that I get the, Create with Pen. Sorry, my brain is so scattered, you guys. I gotta get ready for work here soon. And then I have written down, through the rest of the year, like my plans that I know already in advance, even on the pages that I have not, like, decorated or anything. And I know that I don't have to use kits and stuff on the rest of these pages, but I have bought stuff that I want to use in there. So I'm not sure, because I have all of this really cute stuff I got from Paper K. It's adorable, because somebody turned me on to Paper K and I thought it was so stinking cute. And then I have some kits from Shine Sticker Studio that I wanted to use. So I'm not really sure yet what I'm going to do. And then I've got all my Create with Pen little subscription envelopes with my decorative stickers from there. So I've got lots of stuff. And I also, so this is my planning. And then I've got notes sections in the back where I track YouTube spending, just some different things in there, but I do use it all the time. And I track my cycle here in this front calendar, which I've also used a lot. So there's a lot of elements of this that I'm obsessed. I love it. The other piece to my journey that I actually surprisingly haven't given up on was this little time tracking A6. It's not really time tracking. Well, I don't know what to call it. I just write down what I did throughout the day. This is more like a planner. This is kind of just what actually happened. And in the beginning of the year, I used it for my goals, tracking goals, and also like goal-focused to-dos, like that had to do with YouTube or health, stuff like that. The problem is I don't like carrying both of these. I mean, it's not a lot, but I had this Avec for the last half of the year because this was the first half of the A6. And I thought, I wonder if there's some way I can combine these into one thing. So that's sort of what I sat down and tried to do. Now you guys might think this was super sketch, but it's got, I think, what I need in it. So I'll show you what I did. I just still need to decorate it. That's what I wanted to do with you guys. This has some sticky notes stuck in there. I do use those a lot. It's got the calendar that I can use for cycle tracking. I decided to turn this part here, where I was tracking my YouTube uploads and like subscriber counts. I really don't pay attention to the numbers, but I would like to pay attention to when I upload. So I have a box for that I can just make a little highlight if I upload on that day. And then I am using in here my YouTube spending tracker. I like to keep track of what I'm spending on my channel and then what I have coming in, which is not much. So I can just write that amount in here and then total it up at the end of the month. And then the other piece that I was using the calendars in this A6 for was just some health tracking. So days that I move, like consciously move, take a walk, do something. I didn't want to call it workout because I'm just really trying to change my mindset about taking care of myself. It's more like self-care and not like fitness focused, you know? So if I move that day, if I like eat mindfully, if I don't drink any alcohol, if I eat, like if I ate clean foods and like avoided sugar, like the eating mindfully and eating cleanly are not the same in my mind. Like mindfully is just, am I eating when I'm hungry? Am I listening to my body instead of listening to my emotions that can tend to control my eating and my habits? And then eating cleanly is more, I can do both, but I can also eat mindfully and not eat cleanly. Like if I really want a Snickers bar and I know that I am hungry and it's just what would really hit the spot, then I can eat that if I'm being mindful about it, but that's not really clean eating per se. And then care, if that made any sense to you, is like self-care. If I do something that was kind of self-care, like if I took a bath, that's what I had been doing. Like in the last couple of months, my self-care time had kind of been taking baths, but now that it's so hot here, taking a hot bath sounds like hell. Sounds like misery. So I don't know exactly what self-care it would be. Like even if it was just, it was taking a nap or it was taking, you know, time to rest and to watch YouTube videos or whatever. Or maybe it is taking that walk. That's my self-care time. So I just thought I would try and track those things there. And then my months. So I have already filled out my months, like caught them up with my calendars in here. I have been so busy at work that I hadn't had a time to actually sit down and look at my calendar and get my life together, but I did last night. So I sunk up my calendars, kind of synced up my calendars, and put down everything that I have for the next couple of months. I didn't do through like October or November. Just, I'm gonna see if I like this, like through July and August, this keeping my planner and my time tracker kind of thing in the same thing. Otherwise, I'll scrap the idea and just go back to using this as like a goal tracker, whatever. So those are my calendars. This is all like dated, timed things, things for my kids' activities, dance, scouts, Girl Scouts, school, and I used these tabs. These were from Rose Colored Days. They're little hollow tabs. You can see. I have a variety of different tabs in here. And then in the back, this would be a perfect planner for me if it had week layouts, like if it was set up kind of like the Cousin, but it was this size and it was an Avec. I would love that. But, you know, we can't have everything. Sorry. And so I looked back in here and kind of looked at what I was utilizing in my notes pages, because some of them I'm not. Like I made a place for quotes and meal ideas. I'm not really using those. So I took advantage of all these pages that are at the back of the Avec that are like in Japanese, like this stuff. To me, that's just a waste of space. I wish it would just be plain notes pages. So I took those big Post-it notes and I just put them over there. I could have taken the time to like glue a piece of like label paper or stick a piece of like label paper down over it, but I just didn't I didn't want to do that. It's just too much time, too much hassle. So these stick just fine. And these are just Post-it, like the big Post-it notes. I had to cut off like an inch at the bottom. And then I used, I just put in here the things that I actually am using my notes, in my notes section. Health notes for my kids, like when we go to the doctor. Gift idea lists, I am using those. I have been using in here like my prep lists, so I know that I would want those for Thanksgiving and Christmas. It's where I make lists of things I've ordered, things I've bought for the kids, if they've shipped, if they've arrived, stuff like that. And since this is for the last half of the year, I know I'll want that if I'm still in here at that point. Work notes about continuing ed and meetings, PTO, a thing for Henry's 11th birthday party planning, because that'll be in August, a note for Fatty, a note for Skinny. These tabs are from Rose Colored Days. These are from, I think I ordered them from Tokyo Pen Shop, I think. They're little cat tabs and they're so cute. Contacts, YouTube notes, things I want to film, and then 2022 planner prep ideas, and then products to try if I'm watching a YouTube video and I see like a book I want to read, or foundation or blush, or it's usually makeup stuff. So that's in there, and I'm just fine with me. It doesn't bulk it up too much, so at least I can get those lists in there and I can utilize them. And then what I did for, I like a weekly view. That's why I love the weeks, is I love seeing what I have going on at a glance. So I had the weeks notebooks that I bought on Amazon. I had these, so I thought I'd use the Tomoe River paper from them, and I just trimmed it down to the A6 width, and I tipped in a little sheet at the beginning of each week, and I made my own little just snapshot of the week. So I did that through September, I think, just like I said, to see if it would work. So I just went through and saw like what was the Monday, and I put it on the Monday. So like Monday is the 5th. That's the beginning of this week. So that's where I stuck in this little piece of paper. And since it's Tomoe River, it doesn't bulk it up too much. The thing that bulks it up is this tape. I didn't like double tape it on each side. I really realized it's kind of, I mean, it's in there, it's staying, so I'm not going to worry about it. Unless I notice that I'm having trouble keeping them in there. So my weeks, I just went in and stuck them in, you know, at the beginning of the week. And I'll have my tab that will stick out so that basically it'll work just like my weeks. I'll just also have a little tiny sheet for each day where I can do my time tracking, and goal time tracking, and a more extensive area for to-dos or just notes. So I love that. And then on the back of my little tip-in sheet, I can do my little weekly to-do list. If I have a weekly, like, because in my weeks, I split up my column into a daily to-dos and weekly to-dos. So on the back of my little week snapshot, I can write down notes for the week or things I want to get done that week. But I don't know what day I want to get them done. And then I can just, on my day is when I can, you know, write down my individual time tracking and to-do lists. So I don't know what I'm going to do as far as decoration, or kits or anything. I'm just going to do what I feel like, but I'm not as nervous about it because it's an Avec. The weeks, you know, obviously is a full year. So, which I love. And I know that you guys are probably like, why don't you just get a day free A6 that it's got all the monthlies, and then you could set up your days, weeks, months. I could do that. It would just be a lot of setup initially, because you guys know how I like to batch plan. So I would basically have to set it up all at the beginning so that I could planning week by week isn't functional for me. I like to put in things as they come. That's why I have appointments all stuck in on my weeklies and everything. So we'll see. This is just a tryout. Like I said, I kind of, everything that's in here is now in here, like through September. So I don't know. Well, I'm just going to see which one I grab for, honestly. And if I'm still wishing that I had this instead of this, then I will ditch that idea and just go back to this, and then I can just use this for my time tracking or whatever. I don't have to use it as a full-blown planner. But I think set up like this, I can use it as a full-blown planner, just with the addition of my little weekly tip-in. So I changed where I taped it in some of the places. Like, I didn't tape them all into the spine because I knew that would really bulk up. So some weeks I taped it like to the edge here. And I think that'll work just fine. Like, I just want to see it, and I can flip it over easily and use this day still. So, so some of the tape is out here. It's just spread out a little bit instead of all being in the spine. Kind of went back and forth in different places, like taped on the edge versus taped in the middle. So I know this is kind of like a hodgepodge. I think this is the last week that I did, was the last week in September that I filled out a week, that I stuck in a weekly. So I'll keep you guys posted, but starts in July, obviously through the end of the year. What I have in there, like, hasn't bulked it up so far. I haven't put in any stickers or anything yet, but we're gonna fix that real quick. So you'll have to let me know what you think of this DIY business. and we'll see. I didn't order A6 notebooks. I could have, so that my little tip-ins would have fit perfectly. But I just had these and I didn't want the paper to go to waste. So basically it was just trying to do it without purchasing anything. So just wanted to use what I had. So that's where we are. You'll have to tell me what you guys think of this DIY business. I am interested to see if I reach for it or if I keep being in love with my weeks, even though it's getting a little chunk. I will see you guys soon for the decorating part, which is the most fun. Thank you guys so much for watching and for giving me grace when I disappear. I really could not love you more. Thanks. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.